Yes, that's my elbow you licking.
Should we keep her in the video?
Yeah, we'll just keep her.
Should I bring Musty?
Shh. No.
Okay. We'll bring him next time.
Okay, now face the camera. Alright, welcome to Menu Heroes.
With our special guest, Kaiju.
Yes, our special guest, Kaiju.
And this is going to be our 50 subscriber special.
Maybe.
Hopefully.
This might just be a video we do because we're not doing a digest this week.
Yeah.
Instead, we're doing an RTT, real-time trivia.
Because Steven couldn't figure out anything else.
Anyway, a game show for gaming trivia or something.
Which I have no idea what I'm going to be doing.
So here's how it's going to go. Xander's going to get a series of questions. I need my hand, baby girl. And he's going to answer them. For each one he gets correctly, he gets a point.
And this is about the newest Nintendo Direct, and I have not watched it yet. So this is basically me giving a blind test.
Yes, he has not watched the Nintendo Direct, and that is what this is all about.
And I just thought that would be more fun if I don't know.
Now, let's go ahead and get started. So the first question is Pikmin 4. Pikmin 4 was announced last year for Switch, and it finally received both a gameplay trailer and a release date. Now, how long has it been since a traditional Pikmin game has been released?
I'm gonna say, 4 years.
4 years? It has actually been 10 years.
Dang it!
As of this video, it has been 10 years. While we've had Hey Pikmin, Pikmin 3 Deluxe, and Pikmin Bloom release in 2017, 2020, and 2021, respectively, these were either spin-offs or re-releases.
I was so close.
You were close. It has been a decade, and I remember when Pikmin 3 launched, so I feel kind of old.
Boomer!
In case you missed it, Pikmin 4 crashes onto the Switch July 21st of this year.
And wasn't it a disappointment? I was thinking Pikmin 3.
Hey Pikmin was the disappointment, not Pikmin 3.
They announced it as Pikmin 3.
Xenoblade Chronicles 3. DLC. So Xenoblade Chronicles 3 has more content coming via its expansion pass. While Xenoblade Chronicles is its own series, it is part of a larger series referred to as Xeno. Which of the following consoles did the first Xeno game, Xenogears, originally launch on? The Nintendo 64, Xbox, PlayStation, or Dreamcast?
I think I should cross out Nintendo 64 since it didn't really... Because I feel like I've seen like an older version of it and it definitely did not look like a Nintendo 64 game. It could be Xbox or PlayStation, but I'm going to go with Dreamcast.
So it is actually the PlayStation. Xenogears originally released on the PlayStation in 1998 and jump-started the whole franchise. It was originally pitched as a storyline for Final Fantasy VII and a sequel to Chrono Trigger, but became its own thing. Volume 3 of the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 expansion pass releases next week, with Volume 4 coming later this year.
But first off, before we go, sick dragon on there. I see as like the mountain. It looks sick. I love the Encarvi.
It is pretty cool.
It's a smaller dragon within a smaller dragon within a giant dragon. It should be called Dragon Blades
Chronicles. Samba de Amigo Party Central. This is a maraca-based rhythm game sequel to Sega's 1999 arcade hit Samba de Amigo. Which of the following studios developed the original Samba de Amigo? Was it Monolith Soft, Sonic Team, Gearbox Software, or Shining Kitten Games?
Right now I'm kind of going with A and Shining Kitten Games, but
Which one is it?
give me a minute, guys.
I don't get to Google it.
No! Give me a minute. Okay, baby girl, lick for A, or Shining Kittens for no lick. Okay, A is my answer.
Monolith Soft? So it was actually Sonic Team.
What?
Yes, so Monolith Soft developed Xenoblade Chronicles.
Wait, oh my God.
Gearbox Software is working on the new Samba de Amigo.
Oh my God.
And Shining Kitten Games is my development studio.
Wait, what? Steven, you never told me this.
Yeah.
I hate you.
So, despite its name, Sonic Team did and does develop more than just the blue
I want to choke you right now. You know I do not know that. You never told me about this.
I thought I had. My bad.
Fantasy
Fantasy Star Online and Puyo Puyo are some examples of Sonic Team's work, as well as the Samba de Amigo arcade and Dreamcast game. Samba de Amigo, and if I'm mispronouncing that, I apologize. Party Central is shaking its way to the Switch this summer.
Oh, is that a badger or like?
It's a monkey.
Well, I can't see it. Well, that's one funky monkey.
Fashion Dreamer. Fashion Dreamer is a fashion simulation game developed by Sin Sophia Incorporated, a studio that has been around since 1995 and has changed names twice. Which of the following games were also developed by them?
But first off, I actually have seen like a little bit of the Fashion Dreamer, pictures, and it looks like a really nice and detailed game. I would think I would like to play it. I think it would be pretty cool.
Anyway, was it Style Savvy Trendsetters, Virtual Pro Wrestling, Def Jam Vendetta, or all of the above?
I feel like A is like trying to trick me, since this is a fashion game and it says style. But I'm gonna go all out and say all of the above. Please. Did I actually?
So it is all of the above.
Yes, let's go.
In 1996, Sin Sophia was called the Man Breeze. Okay,
I got her.
Take her to Mama's room.
Okay, guys, sorry, that's enough of Kaiju.
Alright, so as I was saying, in 1996, Sin Sophia was called the Man Breeze, which is an odd name. Stop with the bunny ears. And released Virtual Pro Wrestling for the PlayStation. By 1997, they had changed their name to AKI Corporation, which released Def Jam Vendetta in 2003 for both the PlayStation 2 and the Nintendo GameCube. And in 2007, they rebranded to their current name, and in 2008 released Style Savvy for the Nintendo DS. Fashion Dreamer catwalks to the Switch later this year.
It was made by Shining Kittens.
No.
I swear to God.
Dead Cells, DLC. So, Dead Cells is a side-scrolling platformer that falls under the Metroidvania genre.
It looks pretty nice to me. I mean, like, the character right there looks really cool.
It's a really cool-looking game. What two game series does Metroidvania derive its name from? And you get a point for each game. There's 2 games. It's called Metroidvania. Think about it.
Metroid.
Metroid and?
Samus.
No, there's one more game. Samus isn't a game.
Okay.
And it's not another Metroid game.
Okay,
Think about it. Metroidvania.
Castlevania.
There we go.
I actually like Castlevania.
Metroid and Castlevania.
Castlevania is pretty cool.
It is. So, yeah, I've heard the anime is really good.
It is.
Metroidvania games usually feature a large interconnected world map the player can explore, although parts of the world will be inaccessible to the player until they acquire special items, tools, weapons, abilities, or knowledge within the game. The term came from the 3 games that primarily influenced the genre: 1986's Metroid, 1987's Castlevania 2, and everyone's favorite, 1997's Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
I just realized something that would make like probably one of the most hardest games in the world.
What?
A open world side-scrolling game, but you can't go back. The black screen will stop you from going back.
Oh my god.
Imagine how annoying.
That would be very annoying. Anyway, Dead Cells is receiving DLC called Return to Castlevania, which is launching March 6th.
Castlevania vs. Dead Cells, let's go, Battle Royale.
Tron Identity. So Tron Identity is a visual novel adventure that follows a detective taking place in the universe of Tron. True or false? Tron Identity is a Switch exclusive.
True. Because it seems like it's going to be
false.
God.
Tron Identity has been announced for the PS4, Xbox One, Windows, Mac OS, and Switch.
Mac OS? What's that?
Apple computers.
Oh, well.
It will also be playable on PS5, Xbox Series S and X, and Mac operating systems. Tron Identity comes to Switch in April. Ghost Trick Phantom Detective. This is a classic Nintendo DS game from 2010 headed by Shu Takumi. Which one of the games was Takumi also the director of? Professor Layton in the Diabolical Box, Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Hotel Dusk, Room 215, or Mystery Case Files Millionaire?
Okay, so 3 of those I have never heard. I'm gonna go Phoenix Wright, because I like it.
Yeah, that's the right one.
Let's go! Because here's the thing, it sounded like it would be like connected to like Phoenix Wright because of how basically it says. And also, after this, I wanted your opinions on what do you think the games are going to be like? Do you think they'll be good or anything?
So Ghost Trick Phantom Detective is actually a game that has already been released in the past for the DS, and it is phenomenal. I love it. It's an underrated classic with a killer soundtrack, as I wrote on the screen. So Shu Takumi was the director of the first 3 Ace Attorney games, which were published by Capcom. Capcom has a solid track record when it comes to games like these. What's up? Okay. He needed to take a walk. So a remastered version of this game comes to haunt the Switch this summer, and it will be interesting to see how they handle the touch aspect. It's probably going to be you can use the touch screen when you're in handheld mode, and like the Wii remote when it's on the TV. This is Xander's D&D guide. Are you getting bored?
No, I'm just making this more up.
Anyway.
God, we're so cringe.
Deca Police. Deca Police is an RPG where you play as a detective.
I draw Phoenix Wright in attack mode.
In both a physical and virtual reality. True or false? Deca Police is being developed by Level 5, the same studio that brought us the Professor Layton series.
I have never heard of that. So I'm gonna go with true.
True. Level 5 has a pretty solid track record, especially when it comes to games with a mystery. We'll be able to hunt down criminals sometime later this year.
Wait, so it's a VR game?
No.
Then why do you say virtual reality?
Because in the game, it goes between their reality and their virtual reality.
Oh, that's actually pretty cool. But when you say Deca Police, I was like...
You thought I said Deku.
No, I thought you said deck. I was like...
Oh my god.
That's why I said, go, Phoenix Wright in attack mode.
Oh my goodness. Bayonetta Origins. Cereza and the Lost Demon got a gameplay trailer in this direct. Which of the big 3 consoles did Bayonetta not start out on? Sony, Microsoft, or Nintendo?
Nintendo, because I never heard of Nintendo.
It is Nintendo. So Bayonetta was originally released on the PS3 and Xbox 360, but it skipped the Nintendo Wii. However, after Bayonetta 2 was cancelled by Sega, Nintendo swooped in and revived the series, making it a mostly Nintendo exclusive property. Bayonetta Origins, which serves as a prequel to the series, will charm its way onto the Switch March 17th.
It's just the original game.
Nah. I've seen it. It's got this cute aesthetic.
Nice. Wait, doesn't it already have a DLC?
You're thinking of Splatoon 2.
What?
So Splatoon 3 is getting an expansion pass, which, after the success of Splatoon 2's DLC, makes sense. Even the first Splatoon had DLC, but it is the only game to not get an expansion pass.
Wait, I have a question.
What?
Wasn't it Splatoon 3 got the DLC for like the subway trains?
No, that was Splatoon 2.
Now why did all those people that I saw that have to say Splatoon 3?
Because they might have acted Octolings. Anyway, what system did Splatoon first appear on?
Wait, there's no options.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll give you 4 options.
Oh,
Nintendo 64, Nintendo Wii, Nintendo Wii U, or Nintendo Switch.
Nintendo Wii, because I'm pretty sure we had Splatoon on the Wii. And I don't think it could be.
So it is the Wii U.
Let's go. I know a lot about the Wii U.
No, you said Wii, but...
Wait, but that's not the same thing!
No, and that's why the Wii U failed. So Splatoon started life on the Wii U with the adorable Squid Sisters and catchy music. Splatoon 2 made its way to the Switch,
I'm a kid,
followed
I'm
by
a squid.
Splatoon 3. The original Splatoon is finally getting ported to the Switch. Sort of.
Wii U. It's the same thing as
It's
Wii.
not.
It's just handheld.
It's not. It's different. Believe me.
How?
Different architecture, different technology. I'll explain it later, okay?
I know, but what? But they're the same console.
They're
they
not the
need
same
each other
console.
to work.
No, they don't. The Wii U can play Wii games. The Wii can't play Wii U games.
Then why can't I?
I'll explain it later, okay, buddy?
Please.
Wave 1 of the expansion pass will be bringing Inkopolis Plaza, the hub from the first Splatoon to Splatoon 3, while the second wave will bring a new side story. Revisit the hub of Splatoon later this spring. Disney Illusion Island. This is a new platformer with the cute aesthetics you've come to expect from Disney.
Wasn't it like the thing that like the Disney show that like looks pretty old? 'Cause I know I've seen some of it.
It is based off of that style, yes. It's got some solid-looking multiplayer in it. It stars Mickey Mouse and his friends. Now, how many games starring Mickey have been released, not including this
Mickey
one?
Mouse Clubhouse goes starring.
Anyway, you guess, and as long as it's within 5 above or 5 below, I'll take it, and you'll get a point.
I feel like I know this game used to be popular, like when it like first came out. It was like a Disney, like where you could put like Smash Bros. Basically stuff like Smash Bros. characters.
No. I'm talking about how many Mickey Mouse games have there been? This one really is not fair, but
I'm thinking of only one, but I'm gonna go with 3.
around 70.
Wait, what? 69?
So Mickey Mouse has been around longer than video games, so it's no surprise that he's starred in quite a few. But ever since back in the Game Boy era, at least that far back.
What Game Boy game did he have?
He had quite a few. It was hard to find an accurate number, but it's estimated that he's starred in about 79. This does not include the Disney Infinity game that you were thinking of, or Kingdom Hearts. It does not include any of the cameos he makes.
I forgot about Kingdom Hearts.
These are just games that he has appeared, that he stars in.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Disney Illusion Island appears on July 28th.
You'd think so everyone would know like those types of games, but they don't because no one seems to like them.
I think you're the only one who didn't know there were more than 3 Mickey Mouse games.
Wait, well, I hope.
Anyway, Fire Emblem Engaged DLC.
It did look pretty good though.
So Fire Emblem Engage's expansion pass Wave 2, as well as Wave 3 and 4, was shown during the Direct, bringing new fighters to the game. Fire Emblem has been around for a while, ever since the Famicom in 1990. True or false, Fire Emblem features a permadeath mode. Permadeath, in case
I know.
Okay. Well, permadeath, in case y'all don't know, is where if your character dies, they're dead for realsies.
I feel like if I feel like it would, because I mean it would make sense because usually when you put in a DLC, it's either because players are beating it too fast, or 2 they're getting bored, or 3 they need a harder challenge. So I'm gonna go with true.
True.
Yes.
Fire Emblem was notable for its use of permanent death back in the day, where fallen heroes were removed from the rest of the game upon defeat. Starting from Fire Emblem New Mystery of the Emblem, this mode has been optional. Wave 2 was released this Wednesday after the Direct. Harmony, The Fall of Reverie.
It also looks pretty promising.
What, Harmony, The Fall of Reverie?
Yeah.
So this is an adventure game where you use your powers of clairvoyance, or seeing the future, to make choices that prevent the end of the world, developed by Don't Nod. What other game was developed by Don't Nod? Life is Strange, Night in the Woods,
The Wolf Among Us?
The Wolf Among Us, or Fire Punch?
Among Us. I have never heard of any of these.
Just take a stab in the dark.
So I'm gonna go with the college answer way and go for C.
So it's actually Life is Strange.
Yeah, sure it is.
This
I mean,
was-
look at that girl right there. Look at her
My
face.
God, Xander. So Life is Strange was an extremely popular story-driven game back in the day. So there is some potential here. I remembered that you liked the aesthetic of the game. You thought it looked cool. The cutscenes were neat.
You mean this one? Because I had never heard.
Yeah, this one. Not Life is Strange, but but Harmony.
Well, why did you uppercase the? I never uppercase.
Because that's how you properly spell someone's name.
I did not care to lowercase that S.
You don't have to have clairvoyance to see when this game releases, which is June 2023. So this year. Octopath Traveler 2.
Oh, that looks the thing. That's some really good art. I love that.
I figured you would. That's why I picked that one. So Octopath Traveler 2 is a sequel to the amazing...
It looks like it was made out of crayons.
The amazing 2018 release Octopath Traveler, published by RPG veteran Square Enix with 8 interconnected stories and a gorgeously unique art style. What is this art style called? And give me one moment and I will show you a picture of the art style because it's not that.
Because I was like, dang, if they animated like that had to have took it like a very long time. Imagine if like the entire game was animated like that.
So this is what the game looks like.
Oh, it's a 3D, 2D game.
So, which of these is it? 2.5D? Hold on. Polygonal H... Did you say C?
Yeah.
HD 2D?
Yeah, because I mean, it looks HD and 2D.
HT 2D.
Because I mean, like, it was like 3D. But I know since 3D was an answer, it had to be HD. And I knew it had to be 2D because, you know, it's 2D.
So, yes, HD 2D is a unique style that combines retro-style character sprites and textures
get this game.
with polygonal environments and high-definition effects. Octopath Traveler 2 released a demo on Wednesday, so if you want to try the game, you can download it. It has voice acting. It's a beautiful game. I really think you should try it, buddy.
Okay.
And
wait, have you ever played it?
I played the first one.
Was it good?
It was good. I never got very far because I'm ADHD. So it ventures onto the
game.
It ventures onto the Switch February 24th. We Love Katamari Reroll Plus Royal Reverie. So
are they made out of pills? Their heads look like they've been eaten by pills.
Oh my goodness, they do though.
And why does that guy look like he's having a stroke?
Anyway, Katamari is a beloved franchise that had its last original game come out in 2017 for iOS, iPhones, and Android. We Love Katamari Reroll Plus Royal Reverie was announced for all platforms on Wednesday. How many Katamari games have there been, including remakes, but not this one?
5.
18.
I have never heard of this. And I see why. That dude looks like he's a hammer, and that dude looks like he just twisted a knife. Why does that guy look like he's a cow?
So there have been a whopping 18 games.
And why does that guy look like a pencil?
Xander, let me talk.
Xander,
let me talk. So this will be the 19th title, even though it's a remake. And the majority of Katamari games have been on mobile, but this will return to console on June 2nd. It's kind of a niche game, which is why you haven't heard of it, bud. Sea of Stars.
Oh man, I love that artwork.
So this is another RPG coming to the Switch. It's developed by Sabotage Studio and is a prequel to The Messenger, released in 2018. What engine is The Messenger and most likely Sea of Stars built on? Is it RPG Maker MV, Unreal Engine 4, Unity, or id Tech 1?
I'm gonna go with Unreal Engine 4 because I feel like that would most likely be the thing. Because that looks really good. I love that. But if it like actually looks like that in the game,
It doesn't.
I know, but I mean, like, if there's like a place that looks like that, I'm definitely getting the game. Because this game looks like, because the artwork, if it's like actually kind of like the game, like there's like a place that I definitely want this because the artwork seems like it's good, so this artwork's making me want to get it.
Like I said, he hasn't seen the direct yet, so he doesn't know what the game actually looks like. And it is actually C Unity, but Unreal Engine 4 is it's another popular engine, so you weren't too far off there. So The Messenger was built on Unity, which I just said was a popular game engine. I personally have been working with GB Studio myself and my dev team, which is Shining Kitten Games, recently released a new game the other day for the Game Boy. Our next project is an RPG just like this game. Sea of Stars sails to Switch on August 29th. Omega Strikers. Air hockey is a classic game, but you wouldn't expect it to become a free-to-play video game. But that's exactly what
is very intriguing.
But that's exactly what Omega Strikers is. Do I have to turn on the content filter on your phone?
No, Steven.
So this game has been around since 2022 as an open beta, but it's coming to the Switch. So true or false, competitive air hockey exists in real life?
True.
It's true. Competitive air hockey is actually a real thing going back to at least 1978.
I mean, it's hockey, it's a sport. The question.
No, not hockey, air hockey.
Wait, wait, you mean
like the one at the arcade?
Oh, yeah, I'm stupid.
Hey, you got it right. That's all that matters. So Omega Strikers skates its way onto Switch on April 27th. Etrian Odyssey Origins Collection is an HD remaster of the first 3 games in the Etrian Odyssey series, which were RPG DS games that had you create a party and map out dungeons. Besides RPG, what's the other genre this game falls in? Dungeon crawler, roguelike, first-person shooter, or point-and-click?
It looks like a dungeon crawler.
Is that your answer?
Yes.
Dungeon
crawler.
Let's
go! Etrian
Odyssey is a dungeon-crawling series, a genre that was, in general, sparked by Gary Gygax's Solo Dungeon Adventures board game. One of the fathers of Dungeons & Dragons, alongside Dave Arneson, Dungeon Adventure is an apt name for the games in Etrian Odyssey Origins Collection, which crawls to the Switch June 1st.
Dungeons & Dragons roll!
Alright. Advance Wars 1+2 Reboot Camp. This is a remake that has been a long time coming. Released on September 10th, 2001, Advanced Wars was a victim of bad timing because the very next day was September 11th, 2001, otherwise known as 9/11. Yes, that directly led to the delay of the game in Europe and Japan, with it eventually being cancelled in Japan until later. So, which of the following systems, I haven't finished, was the first Advance Wars game published on? Nintendo DS, Super Nintendo, Game Boy Advance, or Virtual Boy?
I'm off A.
You're wrong. It's Game Boy Advance.
Dang, I was close though.
While the Wars series as a whole started on the Famicom and did make its way to the Super Famicom, the Japanese Super Nintendo, as well as the DS, Advance Wars made its debut on the Game Boy Advance. Interestingly, the DS games were still called Advance Wars, but they weren't what this was based off of. Advance Wars 1+2 Reboot Camp charges into battle on April 21st. Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe. This is a remake of the Wii game by the same name, and it received a new trailer, demo, and showed off a new mode called Magolor Epilogue, the Interdimensional Traveler. In Return to Dreamland, there are 4 playable characters. Who are they? And you get a point for each one you guess.
Kirby.
Okay.
And a Meta Knight.
Okay.
And the guy with like the clown hat.
Like Kirby's enemy?
Yeah. Maybe.
Is he in Smash Brothers?
No.
Okay, no. So you have one more guess.
Smash. That little guy?
This guy?
Yeah.
What's his name?
I don't know his name.
It's Bandana Waddle Dee, but I'll give you that. So, Kirby, King Dedede, Meta Knight, and Bandana Waddle Dee.
I should have known King Dedede.
Hey, you got 3 out of 4. That's not too bad. So, this features up to 4-player co-op, letting you play as the people I mentioned, and Kirby returns to Dreamland on February 24th.
Dang, dude, it's a dreamboat.
So, Nintendo has finally brought Game Boy
Hey,
Color and Game Boy Advance games to Nintendo Switch Online. While the Game Boy and Color games are available for the basic tier, the expansion pack is needed for the Game Boy Advance games. Can you name all the models in the Game Boy family? If you can name 5, actually, scratch this, I'll give you a point for each one you can correctly guess. You get 3 strikes.
Okay, the Oracle games?
No, they're models.
Models?
So, for example, I'll give you...
Like characters?
I'll give you 1 for free, but you don't get a point for it. The Game Boy.
Game Boy Color Blue, Game Boy Color Red.
Game Boy? Okay. So you've got Game Boy and you've got Game Boy Color.
Game Boy Tribal Tattoo?
No.
I don't know! Game Boy Advance?
Okay.
Game Boy Color?
You already guessed that?
Game Boy Advance NES, though?
Nope.
God, I suck at this. Game Boy... No, not Game Boy Advance. Game Boy Deluxe?
No. Alright. So we've got the Game Boy, Game Boy Light, Game Boy Pocket, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Advance SP, and Game Boy Micro.
Advance SPS Micro Pocket Light.
I will show you these later. So, the Game Boy family is an extensive line of consoles and full of classics. The Game Boy and Game Boy Advance NSO apps are available now. Metroid Prime Remastered. Nope, get back down here. Metroid Prime first made it to the GameCube in 2002 before making it to a compilation disc in 2009 with motion controls on the Wii. Nintendo surprised its fans by announcing Metroid Prime Remastered. When does Metroid Prime Remastered release? Is it February, March, May, or April?
March.
It is February 8th. So the digital version...
The Infinity Gauntlet.
The digital version dropped Wednesday shortly after the Direct. It's actually only $40 too. The physical copy comes out on March 3rd, so I will give you that point.
Oh, I see. Have we one that we got the Lego Infinity Gauntlet final time ago.
I have the Lego Infinity Gauntlet, but we're doing this show right now.
You told me you would build it together.
No, I didn't. We're doing this show right now, okay, bud?
Okay.
So I gave you a point because technically it does come out in March as well. Master Detective Archives Rain Code is a lucid noir detective adventure from the minds behind the Danganronpa series. Who is developing Rain Code? Is it Sega, Atlas, Konami, or Spike Chunsoft?
First off, is that
It's a lock on a sword, yes.
Just get the Keyblade, you can unlock the sword.
My God. Answer the questions, Xander.
C. Konami. Konami makes a lot of stuff.
So it's actually Spike Chunsoft, which is one of the... they're just one of the developers working on Rain Code, but the other was not listed on here. Spike Chunsoft is well known for creating the Dragon Quest series. Master Detectives Archives comes out of the archive to the Switch on June 30th. Batten Kaitos 1 and 2 HD Remaster. This is another GameCube series that is seeing a comeback with the HD remakes for the Switch. Like many games, Batten Kaitos has a song in Smash Bros. Which song is it? Is it the Valedictory Elegy, Destiny's Force, Pictochat, or Glories of Heracles? And you can just say the letter.
Glory of Heracles.
So it is actually the Valedictory Elegy. Glory of Heracles is from a game called Glory of Heracles. So this is actually a favorite of mine in Smash. It's a classic adventuring song, if not a bit generic.
I have never heard of it.
But it is perfect for Smash. Mob Smash. Batten Kaitos 1 and 2 HD Remaster smashes its way onto Switch this summer.
Smash.
Fantasy Life I, The Girl Who Steals Time, is a new entry in the Fantasy Life series, which sees your character sent back to the past. It's expected to be a robust RPG given how full the first game was. Which system did Fantasy Life first show up on? Was it Nintendo Wii U, Nintendo 3DS,
Worm
iOS, or PlayStation Portable.
Dragon. Is that a worm dragon?
It looks like it, buddy. Anyway.
Okay, I have to get this right. Okay, go. Nintendo Wii U.
Which is actually the Nintendo 3DS.
No, my dragon word.
So the first Fantasy Life game was on the 3DS and was a fairly robust RPG for the system. I personally enjoyed it, and you can try it on your Switch, on your 3DS if you want. Fantasy Life I, The Girl Who Steals Time, is coming to Switch later this year. Professor Layton in the New World of Steam. Professor Layton in the New World of Steam was a surprise announcement by Level 5, one that made me lose my mind. I love the Professor Layton series and have played it since the first game on the Nintendo DS.
Did you really?
Yes. So, true or false, Professor Layton is a first-person shooter series.
Okay, it doesn't really seem like one, just looking at the art style, and second off, it looks like it's more. It looks like Mario Odyssey took a little bit more of inspiration because it looks like it's a hat for her, basically like a place. Because like you see, like because Mario Odyssey.
Yeah, I see what
So
you're
I'm gonna
talking
say
about.
false. It looks more like a mystery game.
You are correct. It is an amazing puzzle series, actually, with beautiful graphics. The graphics look like this.
That's just me. This picture, those faces give me vibes from one of the Hilda characters.
Yeah, I can see that. So this game series also has
yellow hair.
a surprising amount of emotional depth for a puzzle game. All that was revealed was that the game exists, so we don't know when it's coming out. There's actually a movie that looks exactly like the cutscenes in the games, except not as compressed. It's fantastic. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC.
Again?
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe
Birdo.
is a game that refuses to die, and I am here for that. Wave 4 has been revealed, and in addition to new tracks, introduces Birdo to the roster.
You know I know this.
Birdo is an adorable character, and my best friend loves to play as her. True or false, Birdo is transgender.
You guys are going to learn something very valuable today. It is true. You guys told me that one
It
Mario
is
Kart.
true. Birdo actually used to be a male. When she was first introduced in Super Mario Bros. 2, the US version, she used he/him pronouns in the manual. Over the years, her pronouns changed, and she became a companion character for Yoshi akin to Wario and Waluigi, Mario and Peach, Bowser and Bowser Jr., etc. Wave 4 comes out this spring.
But I've never seen a blue, red, and yellow and orange bird.
I've never seen different colored Birdos.
But
You're
wait,
absolutely
is that
correct.
a new bike? Because that looks like it's a new bike and it looks sick.
It might be Birdo's bike, I don't know.
Oh, whatever it is, it looks sick. And look at the headlights.
The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. It got another trailer, it looks just as good as we've been expecting, and it showed off some technological advancements since the last time we saw Hyrule.
$60.
How much is Tears of the Kingdom going to cost when it comes out?
$60? I mean, that's its usual price for everything.
$70.
Wait, what?
Tears of the Kingdom is coming out for $70, more than any standard Nintendo game so far. Seeing as Pikmin 4, another first-party game, is still $60, this hopefully means Tears of the Kingdom is larger than any other Nintendo first-party game to date. Your wallet can weep when the game comes out May 12th.
I know you targeted me in that one. Screw you.
I'm not the one who listed it as $70.
No, you said your wallet weep. You know I don't have money.
It was more for the general public in me, because you know who's going to end up having to buy you the game.
It's gonna be another year until I get it.
No, because I have a plan. So, right now, Nintendo has this thing called the, let me get this.
Give me a minute, guys.
My mouse isn't working, what the heck, there it is. Okay, so, Nintendo has this thing called the, Nintendo Voucher.
I'll be right back, guys.
No, you're gonna want to hear this, Xander.
I have to go to the bathroom.
Go to the bathroom real quick. So, Nintendo has this thing going on where you can get Nintendo Switch game vouchers.
Wait, what?
You buy these 2 vouchers for $100.
$100, Steven, that's more than the actual game.
Hold on. So you buy these for $100, and then you get any 2 games on this list, which include The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, and in my case, Pikmin 4. You can also use it on any of the games listed here.
So did you buy it?
I haven't bought it yet. I need to get paid. I need to get paid. So you could also get, for example, stop.
Twist his head off.
Stop. I'm trying to show you something.
I know, I'm playing with you, I'm sorry. Its Calamity's really
Look,
good.
you could get Pokemon Sword.
Which I have been missing it.
And see, so usually this would save you $20, but since Tears of the Kingdom is $70 and it's on here, this would actually save you $30 if you got a $70 game and a $60 game. You'd be paying $50 for each game. So when I get paid and I have extra money, Tears of the Kingdom and Pikmin 4 are being pre-ordered, and when we have extra money that we can spend on you for games, Tears of the Kingdom and Pokemon Sword.
To be honest, I really thought Tears of the Kingdom should have been like a DLC.
Watch the trailer. You haven't watched the trailer yet. Watch the trailer. Alright, so I realized we forgot to mention if Xander beat the challenge or not. So I set it up so he could get some extra points because I knew some of these questions were unfair. He got 18.
Like the Mickey Mouse.
He got 18 out of 17.
Wait, how did I get 18 out of 7?
Because each question was only worth 1, but you could get multiple points. Like I said, because I knew you wouldn't get some of these.
Okay, so I beat it.
So here is your hat.
The gaming genius that no one could ever predict was a genius. I somehow won with stupidity. And sheer confidence and never studying.
That's the lesson, kids. Don't study. No, so...
Not unless you're like me.
Thank you for watching. And as always, stay cool.